What's up, guys, and welcome to the Scarred channel. It's been a while. It's been about 5 months, but we're back and posting again. As you can see from the title of the video, I am training to dunk again. So any of you guys that want to follow along with my journey, stay tuned, try some of my workouts, and let's get into it. So I'm not sure if you guys can relate to this a whole lot, but I feel like once I reach a goal, I may or may not stick to it, and this is kind of what happened with dunking. So I got my first dunk after, about half a year of training, and then I basically just shifted my focus into other aspects of weightlifting, such as, like Olympic lifting, just lifting for strength, focusing on other stuff in the weight room and stuff like that, and that kind of took away from the jumping. But with this new series of training to dunk again, hopefully I'm going to get my first dunking, or get back to dunking soon, and then we're going to stick with this and see how far we can really push it instead of just being at the surface of dunking. We want to take it as far as we can. So for that first exercise you saw, I started off with some trap bar jumps. I just did 187 pounds for 4 sets of 5 reps. I kept the reps pretty low just to keep it really intense. And then for this, I'm just doing some rear foot elevated split squats with 225, keeping it relatively light, just because I was taking a break from the gym for about the past week or so. Just let my knee heal from basically jumping back into jumping too frequently. So that's another thing. I wasn't focused on jumping for a while, and then I went straight into 3 times a week max intent, and it felt really good for the first 2 weeks. But then after so long, your knees will only be able to handle so much. Your CNS gets fatigued, and then your knees start to break down when you're trying to jump for max effort multiple times a week. But we are adjusting our program, and we are starting anew. So we right now are focusing on exercises that aren't stressing the knee joint too much. So what's good about these box squats, you can see here, they're box squat jumps, but I raise my feet, and that's really good for me. It basically just feels amazing in the quads. I feel nothing in the knees. So when I'm doing normal box jumps or normal box squat jumps with my feet starting on the ground, I'll tend to feel it more in the knees. And I think that's from like pre-tensing before you actually go into the squat jump. But with your feet elevated, it forces your quads to basically contract right when they hit the ground, and then it's just quad dominant from there on. So I finished up the upper body. Sorry, I'm sick. I don't know what it is. It might be COVID, but we'll see. Getting tested tomorrow. I finished up with some calf raises. I'm starting to do those heavier than I used to, which is good because your calves need to be strong. Like, I really feel a difference when I get my calves strong doing these. And I coupled that with tibialis raises, and I did 4 sets of 25 with the tib raises, and about 4 sets of 6 with 295 on calf raises. And then that was like midday, I'd say. And then later on in the day, I'd say about 4 or 5 p.m., I went to the park. I did a pretty sorry dunk session with a small ball, but I was in slides and I haven't been jumping that much, so I honestly felt pretty good about it. So as you can see here, I'm dunking, most of the attempts. That one I missed and it hit my head. That was pretty embarrassing, but it's not a big deal. It's kind of good to start at such a low level on day 1, so it feels good. And then so I did 4 sets of 6, so 3 for each approach, so not bad. And then after these, I went to a different park. Luckily for me, we moved to an area with a ton of parks, so this park was literally right across the street from the court I go to. So I finished up with sled sprints. I did about 10 of them. I'd probably say it was about 30 yards each. I noticed when I did these a few summers ago, my 1 foot vert got super bouncy. That's when I first actually dunked off 1 foot. So I'm going to add these into my program at least a few days a week anyways. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe for more, and peace out.